On Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, joining us now is Professor Lavanya Vemsani. She is at the Shawnee State University in the United States. Subuhi Khan, activist. Shadab Chauhan, Chief Spokesperson of Peace Party. Haziq Khan, Islamic scholar, with me here in the studio. Sayyida Falak, member of the AIMIM. And my first question is to Brinda Adige, an activist. Brinda Adige, has the example of Mahsa shown us that hijab is not a choice? There was no choice for Mahsa.
Yes, Padmaja, but we are talking about this in a country that follows the Sharia law, where they have the taxpayers' money. Moral police is there to ensure about these kind of things. There, they don't seem to have a choice at all. And like you mentioned, neither the hijab nor the ghungat needs to be glorified. These are patriarchal, oppressive, regressive subjugation of women. But in these instances, if this woman feels that this is the only way that her dignity can be upheld and she gets to get education, or she feels that she's safe, it's everything to do with her, whether she feels like this. Why do men decide what women should wear and not wear? Whether it is the religious leaders or the political leaders. And
but
I think women have become
here also what you're calling a choice, that she chooses that she is safe in the hijab. Does she really get to choose? Or this is something that is still being foisted on her under the guise of choice? That's what I'm asking. How is hijab a choice in India, but it is imposed in Iran? It's the same, right? While it's being done by the state in Iran, it is being done by the fundamentalists here in India. It's still not a choice.
Maybe so, maybe so. But if that woman has grown up, just like our President Pratibha Patil, she covered her head. Now you can't say that that is a fundamental practice that she followed. No, it was her choice. She decided that she feels comfortable covering her head inside the parliament, so be it. Maybe she grew up like that. It is her practice. She's comfortable with it. Why is her comfort not paramount?
Okay, let's ask this to Professor Lavanya Vemsani. It's only about comfort. The women choose it for their comfort. Nobody is asking them to do it. Just like Pratibha Patil's example has been given. Professor Vemsani.
Historically, religion has dictated terms, but technically though, hijab is not a mandated or dictated term from Islam. That is known, that is accepted, even by the Islamists themselves. But in practice though, that is not what is allowed to be practiced. It's a choice that a woman can choose to wear or not wear. It's not a religious mandate that they should follow. But the orthodox, as well as the fundamentalists, as well as the men in power, as Adige has mentioned, the men in power most of the time insist this is the way women have to behave, which is not right. Who decides what a woman should do? This is 21st century. Nobody has any right to dictate what a woman should do in 21st century. She has her rights to choose. And especially, do not disguise it as something sanctioned by the religion. It's not sanctioned by the religion. I am a scholar of religions, and I have studied, as well as I have spoken to many of my friends who are Islamic studies scholars. They have said, it is not sanctioned, it is not a mandate by the religion. So why is this forceful imposition on the women? It only
that's
shows...
what they're saying. In India, if we talk about it, the argument here in India is that there is no comparison with Iran, because in India, it's a choice. It's not being forced.
When the men come and argue that it's a religious mandate, it loses its value, right? It's no choice. They're arguing that it should be worn by followers of certain religion, which is not true. It's not a religious mandate.
That is what the distinction is. In India, the debate is happening, Sayyida Falak. The moment you said it is an essential part of religion, it ceases to be a choice. So you think in your head, oh, this is a choice I'm making, but you have been told that if you cease to make this choice, you will cease to respect your religion.
See, of course, hijab is compulsory in our religion, but let me give you an example.
Offering namaz is also compulsory, right? But no one can be forced to offer the namaz. No one can force anyone to offer the namaz because it is compulsory. It is their choice. Only you are answerable to your Lord. Only you are answerable to your Allah. No one will go in the grave along with you. So it is compulsory in a religion, but then it is up to you whether you want to follow your religion or you don't want to follow it. It is up to you.
Exactly. So you will have to renounce your religion in order to get freedom from hijab. That is what I'm saying. The choice should be, I continue to be a good Muslim while not wearing a hijab. Where is the choice? You have made somebody choose between their religion and the hijab. Real choice is when you say it doesn't matter. You can wear the hijab, you cannot wear the hijab, but you will continue to be a good Muslim.
Of course, it is compulsory, and see, of course, not wearing the hijab is a sin. But again, it's up to you whether you wear it or not.
Sin.
And only in the eyes of Allah, there are many things.
So the choice you are giving is either wear a hijab or be a sinner.
Let me tell you.
What kind of a choice is this? Your choice is either you wear the hijab or be a sinner. What do you expect the woman to say? Yes, I want to be a sinner and be ostracized from my family and society, and for my family to be ostracized. Ma'am, you realize?
In the eyes of Allah, nobody knows who is good or who is bad in the eyes of Allah. There are many compulsory things which we have to do.
Ma'am, you just called it a sin. Sitting right here, you said not wearing a hijab is a sin, and you are saying, but it's a choice. What is your choice? Your choice is that you can choose to be a sinner.
We have to do.
Then how is it a choice? Why are we then even having a debate that hijab is a choice? So you're accepting hijab is not a choice, right?
No. See, whether you want to do wrong, whether you want to do right, whether you want to do good, whether you want to do bad, it's up to you, no? Nobody can force you. Of course, it is your choice.
Sayyida Falak, I'm asking you a simple question. Is hijab a choice or is it compulsory? Let's settle this once and for all. Let's not run around in circles. Is hijab a choice or compulsory in religion?
It is compulsory in our religion. See, you are trying to...
Then the debate is settled. Let's move on. Then it is compulsory, na? Then this whole bogey of I'm wearing it because I like it, no. You are wearing it because it is compulsory for you. You are told that you have to wear it in order to be a good Muslim. Settled. Hijab is not a choice, right?
I'm telling you, Padmaja, let me, complete my statement. Of course, hijab is compulsory in our religion. We have to wear it, but it is up to you whether you follow your religion or not. That is what I'm saying. Even offering namaz is compulsory, but it is up to you if you want to offer it or not offer the namaz, right?
Can I
Why don't you understand?
I don't understand because, ma'am, you are perverting the very idea of choice. My choice should be that I continue to be a Hindu despite what I wear, what I eat, how I live. Not that either you be a Hindu or you behave like this.
Even if you don't wear the hijab. Even if you don't
exactly.
wear the hijab,
that is choice. That nobody will judge whether I'm a good Muslim or a good Hindu depending on what I wear. Subuhi Khan. The very concept of choice is being redefined.
You people are just pretending, you people are just pretending.
I'm not pretending, ma'am. I'm going by the diary definition of choice.
But you people are just pretending.
To sit here and say hijab is a choice, but it is also compulsory in religion.
Miss Padmaja, you're trying to misguide the viewers. The point is very clear.
Miss Falak, I have made a very clear definition of what hijab is. In fact, you have made it clear when you said it is essential for us. Simple, Subuhi Khan. Then why pretend? It is compulsory. Finished.
Yeah, it is compulsory.
I want to ask one question to these people. If wearing hijab is a choice, then what about choice of those women who do not want to wear it? Like women in Iran. Why do you blame and why do you accuse these women of being a bad Muslim or a bad woman? Some people even call them prostitutes. Some people even say that they deserve to be raped. Then where does this freedom of choice go if they don't want to wear it? Coming back to another thing what she said it is an essential part of Islam. It is compulsory in Islam. Any practice, in order to be called an essential part of that religion, needs to be codified in the scriptures. Hijab or niqab or burqa is nowhere mentioned in Quran. Hijab is mentioned 7 times in Quran and nowhere as a clothing item. Nowhere as a piece of cloth. Hijab means aankhon ki sharam. Hijab means character ki sharam, not as a clothing item. And one more thing I want to say, Padmaja, I did not intervene in between.
No, great. So just a second. Before you finish your last point, you said it's a concept, right, Sayyida Falak? So concept is not compulsory. You can have 1,000 concepts in your head, but it is not part of your religion. You can have a concept that I will sleep in the day and stay awake at night, but that doesn't become an essential part of your religion. It might just be your concept.
The partition which, separates the men and women.
Padmaja, let me come to the reason of this protest, please.
Yes, go on. Subui Khan.
Yes, I want to talk some logic here, unlike her going in circles. This protest in Iran, these women waving their headscarves while facing guns and bullets, this is not just ordinary protest. We must understand, this is history in making, and this was due for so long. For many years, Muslim youth have been tortured and tormented in the name of religion. A Muslim youth cannot sing, cannot dance. A Muslim woman cannot open her hair. What sin have we committed, bhai? Guna kya kar diya hai humne? Just that we are born as a Muslim. Why are you using Islam as a tool to brainwash minds? Why are you using it as a tool to make people mental slaves? Allah is the most beneficent, the most merciful. He is not a Nazi that he will kill you, he will burn you in hellfire if you will not wear clothes of his choice. Do not trivialize Allah. Do not trivialize religion. These protests, this protest in particular, is a wake-up call for all the people who are using Islam for their vested interests.
Wake up call, Hazid Khan. Wake up call, and more importantly, what happens to the choice of someone like Subui Khan who says, I am a Muslim, but I choose not to wear a hijab. She also has choice, right?
देखिए मैडम, बात यह है कि इस्लाम एक संविधान है, कुरान एक संविधान है, और जब जो आयतें आई कुरान में पर्दे की, तो हज़रत उमर रज़ियल्लाहु अन्हु की राय थी कि अल्लाह के रसूल, औरतें और मर्द जो खल्तमल्त होते हैं, इनके बीच में कुछ हो नहीं। तो कुरान में आयत आई, और जब आयत कुरान में आई कि मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम अपनी बीबियों से, अपनी बेटियों से, मफ़हूम है उस आयत का, तर्जुमा है कि अपनी बेटियों से, अपनी बीबियों से और ईमान वाली औरतों से कहें कि वो पर्दे में रहे। जब ये पर्दे की आयत आई तो कुछ औरतें बाज़ार में थी मोहतरमा, और उन्होंने अपने बच्चे भेज के चादरें मंगाई और फिर अपने घर गए। ये पर्दा है इस्लामी शरई एतवार से लाजिम।
पर सर, अगर अगर आप लाजिम बोल रहे हैं तो कोई चॉइस नहीं रही ना।
नहीं, लाजिम है नहीं, अगर कोई
लाजिम है ना, तो कोई चॉइस नहीं।
एक मिनट मेरी बात।
So then we can end at least that debate in India of trying to pass off something.
फर्ज है, ज़कात फर्ज है, और 98% लोग अगर रोजा नहीं रख रहे, नमाज नहीं पढ़ रहे, ज़कात नहीं दे रहे, तो इसलिए शरीयत पर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा। अल्लाह का कानून है और क़यामत तक रहेगा। मेरे कहने से, दुनिया के कहने से, संविधान के कहने से वो खत्म नहीं होगा। ये दुनिया के बनाने वाले क्रिएटर का
अल्लाह का कानून है तो स्क्रिप्चर्स में होना चाहिए ना भाई। अल्लाह का कानून है तो कोई सोर्स होनी चाहिए ना। मौलानाओं के कहने पर,
अरे कुरान में आयत सुना तो दी, आपकी कान में नहीं जा रही तो हमारा क्या कसूर है?
चलिए, I don't even want to go into the interpretation of religion. Brinda Adige, at least from what you have heard so far, one thing we can lay to bed, that this is not choice. Can we please end? Because when the hijab debate was happening in our country, everyone who was asking little girls, minors to cover up to go to school was saying, we are not telling them. This is something that they chose. From what you have heard so far, it's clear, right? There is no choice that those girls have. They are being told exactly like people like Sayyida Falak, Hazid Khan, you have no choice. अगर आप ईमान की औरत हो, आप पहनोगी हिजाब, नहीं तो आप खराब हो। You're a bad woman.
खराब नहीं कर.
You're a bad woman. अरे सर, ईमान की औरत क्या होता है? ईमान की औरत का ऑपोजिट क्या होता है? आपने essentially बोल दिया ना that you are a bad woman. You are a bad woman.
दुनिया में उस पर कोई पाबंदी नहीं है.
Sir, hold on a second. You know, the funny thing is that this whole case went to the Karnataka High Court. Brinda DK, before you respond to that, just a second. On the issue of women are being denied their choice. Muslim women are being denied their choice to wear a hijab. Ironically, when the hearing began, here is what was argued in the court by the petitioners appearing for the girls. It is submitted that the Quran is the highest in the hierarchy of sources of divine injunction for Muslims, being the direct word of God, followed by hadith, which are prophetic traditions, and thereafter consensus of scholars and scholarly writings interpreting the first two. The Quran in verse 24-31 prescribes injunctions for women in the manner of dress in following words, and tell believing women that they should lower their glances, guard their private parts, and not display their charms beyond what is acceptable to reveal. This is essentially moral policing masquerading as choice. You went to court saying I'm being denied my choice, and then you're arguing women should lower their glance and hide their private parts. Why? What happened to choice? Some woman doesn't want to lower her glance, but she's being told no, you have to, because it's written. Where's the choice?
This particular part of the argument is absolutely regressive, oppressive, patriarchal, chauvinistic, sexist and misogynistic. That said, let's ask ourselves, if these children and the girls, because I heard that from the age of 7, the girl is asked to wear that hijab or that scarf to safeguard herself, okay, whatever it might be. It is a practice she has grown up with, and it is the education that will be extended to her from the schools that she goes to in our country.
But ma'am, these girls have gone to school and continue to wear hijab. It is not the education or the lack thereof which is stopping them from it. It is the fundamentalist foisting of a belief that is stopping them from getting rid of the hijab, which you agree is a regressive practice.
I agree.
It's not like Sayyida Falak is not educated.
I agree with you.
She is educated. She's gone through the whole gamut of education, but she still believes that she has to because it is compulsory for her.
But
she can be a double PhD. She will still wear it.
Padmaja, we are looking at these young girls who have not even crossed 17, 18 years old. We would like them to make the same choice that the other panelist who was talking about the hijab and what Islam says, that there is nothing compulsory. Hijab is a piece of cloth, it's a concept and all of it. But when will we reach that place? When will these girls get that opportunity and space to make that decision?
But ma'am, they will never make the decision is the point I'm trying to make.
Like you pointed
that
out,
young lady in Iran, despite all her education, despite her being empowered, was not given the choice. You can get all the education. You can be in any country from Iran to America to India to Australia, but you will still wear it because you are told if you are a good woman, if you are a good Muslim, you will have to wear it till the day you die. Nothing is going to change. You educate them till the time that they are the wisest people on the planet, but they will still wear the hijab because it's an injunction. That's what they are told. That is the point. We are only making it easier for fundamentalists to keep women in a hijab by painting it as some kind of choice. That is the point I'm trying to make. It is not a choice. And Iran has shown us it is not a choice.
Iran is a different country, Padmaja. I don't think we should equate India with Iran even for a moment.
Okay, let me ask you then. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you why this comparison is happening. And let me tell you, Subui Khan, why is this comparison between India and Iran being made right now? Two different countries, very different societies. How can you compare the two?
Very good question, Padmaja. And I really want some time uninterrupted to answer this question. This comparison is important right now because Islamic states are not made overnight. in a country, a Muslim youth or a Muslim person is told that your language is different, your food is different, your laws should be different, your judiciary should be different, your education system should be different, and that Muslim is made a complete separatist from the culture of that land. Once the person becomes a separatist, then it becomes easier for them to put seeds of victimhood. Oh, you're not safe in this country. Then it is easy to manipulate them. It is easy to use them as foot soldiers to make Islamic State. जितनी भी Islamic states बनी है पूरे विश्व में वो ऐसे ही बनी है. कुछ Muslims इस प्लानिंग में आ जाते हैं. कुछ मुस्लिम सोचते हैं हमें क्या लेना देना है, वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड. और जब इस्लामिक स्टेट बन जाती है, देन दे रियलाइज दैट व्हाट हैज हैपेंड. तब क्या होता है? तब ईरान में ये मुस्लिम के अगेंस्ट बात नहीं है, ये मुस्लिम्स के फेवर में बात है. इस्लामिक स्टेट बनने के बाद ईरान में कुर्दों को मार दिया जाता है क्योंकि वो सुन्नी है. पाकिस्तान में शियाओं को मार दिया जाता है क्योंकि वो शिया है. अहमदियास को मार दिया जाता है, कहा जाता है दे आर नॉन मुस्लिम्स. 72-73 फिरके बना दिए जाते हैं. इस्लामिक स्टेट इज एन आइडियोलॉजी विच इज एंटी ह्यूमैनिटी, और वो सेपरेटिज्म से ही स्टार्ट होती है. इसलिए कंपैरिजन जरूरी है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
दिस इज वेयर द सिमिलैरिटीज कम इन.
Subuhi, India, my country and your country will never become an Islamist country. And that is something I think you and I must feel very reassured with. That said, every religion has its own such extremist practices. There's no religion that can claim itself to be absolving itself and altruistic in nature.
But in which other religion is an extremist practice,
including Buddhism,
glorified
I didn't disturb
choice?
You, madam.
Nobody sat. Did you at any point sit and say, you know, Johar is also a matter of choice. Child marriage is also choice. That is what must stop. Nobody is saying that hijab is banned in the country. It is not. Other than schools where there is a uniform, women freely wear the hijab, and be it. But the fundamental difference is that nowhere else is what is a regressive practice being glorified and defended as choice. That is what we are talking about. And that is what must end.
It's neither... No. If Iran, the women are asking for a choice not to wear it, it is that government that has to listen to them. Here, we cannot compare it because they already have that freedom. But what we are saying is, I will tell you what is right. I will tell you whether this is good or bad for you. And that is unacceptable. We would never question our president or any of the other women as to why they want to cover their head. Why would we only question women in this religion?
So we
question because...
Why do you think, just once, I agree with you. I want to ask you, and I want to really ask you to introspect or think more about this, that this thought, I will tell you what to do it. Why do you think this is being done? This is done to kill your rationality. This is done to kill your decision making, so that you can be used as a foot soldier, so that they can ask you to do whatever they want to do.
No, but you are talking about different people. Brinda Adige is saying the Indian state is telling the Muslim women what is right to do, what is wrong to do. You are talking about the practitioners of fundamentalism. Let me bring in Shadab Chauhan on that note. Shadab Chauhan, when we kept saying कि लड़कियां पहनना चाहती हैं, ईरान में वो 22 साल की लड़की नहीं पहनना चाहती थी. In fact, she was wearing the hijab, she just wasn't wearing it right. What happened to her choice?
Padmaja, I'm not worried about Iran or something else. I am worried about our country, our India, where Dalit women and many other women, Muslim women, Bilqis Bano were insulted. And daily, more than 4 women raped in our country. I'm worried about Indian women. And second important thing, we are living in a country where our woman thinks that Sita ji is our ideal. And I want to know one important thing. You talk about
what is your point,
choice
sir?
of women.
I'm asking you a simple question. A 22-year-old Muslim woman who was exercising her choice of wearing a hijab a certain way is today dead. Where is her choice? What was the choice made available to her? That's the simple question. And for how long are we going to keep hiding behind this little excuse of a choice?
A pregnant woman raped and murdered by goons in Gujarat, Bilkis Bano, but they were freed because they are Brahmins. BJP leader said, but you can't say a single word against them. You can't say
again. You wanted to make a very pathetic tangential point. As far as the release of Bilkis Bano's convicts are concerned, that is wrong. That is reprehensible. We have asked it to be amended, but you will still not answer the question of the countries being different, sir, but the fundamentals are still the same. And it's that fundamental that must be questioned. Anyhow, I'm going to leave it at that. We just wanted to give you some food for thought. Please do not let fundamentalism pass off as some kind of feminism. And if you really want to know what actual feminists thought about the hijab, go back and read about it. Thank you very much, all gentlemen, Brinda Adige, Sayyida Falak, and Professor Lavanya Vemsani for joining me, Subuhi Khan as well.